The clock stopped at exactly 4:17 in the afternoon. No one noticed at first. The house was quiet that day. Too quiet. The air felt heavy, like it was holding its breath. The clock hung on the wall above the old wooden table. It had been there for many years. It ticked through birthdays, dinners, and small family talks. Its sound was soft but constant, like a heartbeat for the house. That afternoon, the ticking stopped. At 4:17, the hands froze. One pointed slightly up. The other rested still. The clock never moved again. That was the moment everything changed. Before that time, the family was normal. Not perfect, but warm. A father who worked long hours. A mother who kept the house calm. A young son who laughed easily. At 4:15, the son was doing his homework at the table. His pencil moved slowly. He was tired, but peaceful. At 4:16, the mother was in the kitchen. She was washing cups. She was thinking about dinner. At 4:17, the phone rang. It rang once, then twice. The sound felt sharp in the quiet house. The mother dried her hands and answered. Her face changed before she spoke. Her eyes went wide. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. Then she sat down. The cup fell from her hand and broke on the floor. She did not notice. The son looked up. He saw his mother's face. He knew something was wrong. The words came slowly, soft, broken. There was an accident. That was all she said at first. The clock stopped ticking at that moment. Later, they would remember that detail. Later, it would matter. The father never came home that day. The accident took him on the road between work and home, a short road he had driven 1,000 times. After that day, time felt different in the house. Days passed, but they did not feel real. Mornings came, but the light felt cold. Nights came, but sleep did not. The clock stayed silent. At first, the mother wanted to fix it. She picked it up once. She turned it over. She looked for the battery. Her hands shook. She put it back on the wall. Later, she said to herself. But later never came. The son noticed the clock every day. He watched it when he ate breakfast. He watched it when he did homework. The hands never moved. 4:17, that number became heavy. The boy asked once very quietly, "Why don't we change the clock?" The mother looked at it for a long time. Then she said, "It's fine where it is." So the clock stayed. Months passed. The seasons changed outside the window. Leaves fell. Rain came. Sun returned. Inside the house, 4:17 remained. The clock became a silent witness. When the boy felt sad, he looked at it. When the mother felt tired, she glanced up. Sometimes she stood under it late at night. The house dark. The air still. She remembered that afternoon. The phone. The sound of breaking glass. The moment life split into before and after. The clock held that moment. One evening, the son came home from school later than usual. He looked older now, taller, quieter. He stood in the doorway and looked at the clock. "Mom," he said, "I don't like that it stopped." She turned from the stove. Her face was calm, but her eyes were deep. "What don't you like?" she asked. "It feels like we're stuck," he said. "Like time didn't move for us." She did not answer right away. She turned off the stove. She walked to the table. She sat down. "You're right," she said finally. "It does feel that way." The clock had protected them. It held the pain in one place. But it also held them there. That night, the mother could not sleep. She lay in bed, listening to the silence. No ticking. No rhythm. She remembered how the clock used to sound. Soft. Steady. She got up. She stood under the clock again. This time, she took it down. Her hands were steady now. She opened the back. She replaced the battery. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, tick, tick, tick. The sound filled the room. The hands moved. 4:17 passed. 4:18. 4:19. Tears ran down her face, but she did not stop it. In the morning, the son noticed right away. "The clock," he said. "Yes," she replied. It was ticking again. The house sounded alive. They ate breakfast under the moving hands. The day felt lighter. Not easy, but possible. The clock did not erase the past. It did not bring the father back, but it allowed time to move forward. And sometimes that is enough